Hello everybody, this is Chris here from Outhouse Fix. We got a package in the mail today. Talk about some speed heater maintenance. Check it out. So we got a package, and for any of you guys that have a speed heater, if you ever have to get it repaired, you can take it to the service center, send it off, and they can repair it. Let's set this aside. So here we are. I sent this off like a week ago, and it made it to the repair center. They repaired it, and it's back all within 5 working days. So one, they were really quick, right? They turned it around pretty fast. They shipped it out yesterday, and I received it today. Our speed heater was in terrible shape. We've been using this thing since like 2012. It's got about 300,000 miles on it, and it was in need of a repair. So everything was working good, just the cord was getting old, and sometimes the limit switch back here would trip, and I had to push that back in, let it cool off. So probably after 8 years of using this thing with all the heat, maybe the wires got brittle inside. So we sent this thing off, and I told them to go all the way through it, and so for a couple $100, we basically have a brand new speed heater here. So let's go over from front to back and see what they did. As you can see here, they replaced the cord. Our grommet was ripped before. The cord was kind of pulling and not good on the assembly inside. So we had them replace the grommet, replace the cord, the limit switch in the back, right back here, if it gets too hot or maybe has some old brittle wires, some problems later on in life. Sometimes that can trip. But I only started doing it right toward the end here. Cleaned it up nice with some steel wool before we sent it off. We didn't want to send it with any lead paint, any mess and lead paint, because they're going to be working on this in the shop. So I want to make sure it was cleaned up at least a little bit. We had a new power switch put in. Again, the old power switch was fine. It seemed to be working okay, but I want to replace the electrical. Then over to the underside. It wasn't heating quite as fast and as good as it used to. So I had them replace the bulbs. As you can see, we have all new bulbs here. They come as a set, top one and bottom one. And they put a new reflector tray in the back. And they also put some new little shock dampers on here. You can see they're like little springs, and they kind of hook around the bulb and hold it. So that way if you're using it and it's vibrating around, it kind of isolates your bulbs and kind of protects them a little bit, in addition to the screen here. So they put those in. But yeah, so basically that's it. I mean, there's not a lot to this thing. The bulbs, the wiring, the overload switch, the power switch, and that's pretty much it. We have a pretty good working speed heater. So we've had it, like I said, since 2012. Looks almost like a brand new one again. So I don't know. I think this thing's good for probably another 8 years. We've stripped the whole house with it. We stripped doors, we've stripped trim, floors, I mean, you name it. This thing has been around the block a few times. So, like I said, before you send it off, get some steel wool, clean it up a little bit, get all the loose paint off of it. You don't want to expose the workers to any lead paint if you don't have to. So just kind of clean it up a little bit. And if yours gets to be really old like this one was, you may need a repair, and for a couple $100, this thing's like a brand new one, right? So, well worth a few $100 to get it going again and get it looking good. All new wires in the handle, all new internal wiring, bulbs, switches, limit switches, and it's good to go. Alright, this is Chris with My Old House Fix. If your speed heater never needs repairing or overhaul, send it to the Speed Heater Repair Center. This is Chris out here with My Old House Fix. I'm going to go strip some paint. See you guys.